House of the Dragon has barely scratched the surface of the Targaryen Civil War. And as fans dig deeper into George R.R. Martin's world, one name always comes up: Daeron Targaryen, the youngest son of King Viserys I and Queen Alicent Hightower. Unlike his older brothers Aegon II and Aemond, who dominate the spotlight, Daeron and Dragon Tessarion, the Blue Queen, play a quieter but crucial role in the war. And here's the shocking part. Despite being alive and active during the events of House of the Dragon, he hasn't appeared in the show yet. Viewers keep asking, was he cut? Did HBO erase him? But no. George R.R. Martin himself confirmed Daeron exists in the show's universe. The only reason we haven't seen him yet is because he was fostering in Old Town during Season 1, which leaves the door wide open for a massive reveal later, possibly in Season 3. So, who exactly is Daeron, and why is Tessarion so important? In Fire and Blood, Daeron is described as the fourth child of Alicent Hightower. Unlike Aegon, who is arrogant, or Aemond, who is ruthless, Daeron is written as the most likable of Alicent's children. Brave, loyal, courteous. At just 12 years old, he bonded with Tessarion, a striking blue-scaled dragon with copper highlights, later called the Blue Queen. She's often described as one of the most visually stunning dragons in the saga, with some even considering her the most beautiful of all. And Tessarion isn't just another dragon. She's a symbol of balance, not the largest nor the fiercest, but fast, elegant, and deadly in the air. In battle, her presence is a game-changer. Now, here's where things get interesting. In Fire and Blood, Daeron and Tessarion play a key role in the Battle of the Honeywine, a pivotal moment in the war. When the Green forces were on the brink of collapse, young Daeron and his dragon swooped in to save the day. They defended Old Town, a crucial stronghold, and crushed Rhaenyra's allies, earning a hard-fought victory for the Greens. It's a dramatic cinematic moment that showcases Daeron's bravery and Tessarion's power. The kind of scene HBO cannot afford to skip, but whether they'll adapt it exactly as written, that's another question. There's also Daeron's personality. The book paints him as almost too perfect compared to his siblings. Charming, courageous, honorable. Will HBO keep him that way? Or will they add more depth to the character, maybe making him darker, more ambitious, or conflicted about the war? The show has already reshaped other characters, so Daeron may not be the golden boy we know from the page. And then, there's Tessarion's tragic fate. For Dragon fans, her story is both beautiful and heartbreaking. In the book, she fights alongside Daeron at the Battle of the Gullet, and later faces off against Sea Smoke and Vermithor in one of the most epic three-dragon clashes ever written. Doesn't survive. But the way she fights with unmatched grace and ferocity cements her as one of the saga's most beloved dragons. From a production standpoint, Tessarion is a dream for HBO's VFX team. Picture this: shimmering blue and copper scales against the smoky skies of war. A dragon that instantly stands out on screen. Fans are already begging for her design reveals, and when she finally arrives, Tessarion could rival Caraxes or Syrax in popularity. So why the delay? Most likely pacing. Seasons 1 and 2 focused on the Blacks versus the Greens, building around Aegon and Aemond. Holding Daeron back means his introduction can hit harder, giving both his personality and Tessarion a dramatic, game-changing entrance. Ultimately, Daeron and Tessarion represent something bigger: the what-if of the Greens. What if Alicent's children were all like Daeron, brave, kind, and loyal? Would the Dance of the Dragons have ended differently? That's the tragedy of his character. Even as the most sympathetic of the Green heirs, he's still destined for a brutal, tragic end, just like the rest of House Targaryen's players in the dance. Whether HBO stays faithful to Fire and Blood or reimagines his arc, one thing is certain: when Daeron finally arrives with Tessarion, fans are in for one of the most emotional and visually spectacular moments in the entire series. Don't forget that Daeron and Tessarion are not just characters, they are symbols. Daeron represents hope for a better path for House Targaryen, while Tessarion embodies their potential for greatness. Their story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and brilliance can shine through.